Test. Sponsored by the following.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR Insurance, don't stress it, Cristela protects it. Bar 37, the only place to watch your favorite sports.
Tu pasión y sabor.
The house for ISN live shows. Think big, train big, play big.
Yeah, it's your place to be, where every dream's alive, from the court to the field, elevating those who strive. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Light shining bright, we kicking off the scene. International Sports Network, you know what I mean. Interviews dropping gems like it's gold from the flow. Inspiration's contagious, let that motivation grow. Young stars rising, here they hustle in the air. Playing hard, training harder, cause they know it's rare. Every segment's packed with skills, passion and pride. A paddle of young athletes, we on this ride.
Think big, train big, play big, we breaking through. Elevating skills, building champions is what we do. Our passion needs potential, kids reaching new heights, unlocking their full potential, shining like city lights. Think big, train big, play big, we breaking through. Elevating skills, building champions is what we do. Our passion meets potential, kids reaching new heights, unlocking their full potential, shining like city lights.
Challenges on the grind, but we back on our feet. Each kid's a champion, feel that heartbeat. Game on, we inspire, bring the heat to the floor with sweat and a smile, helping dreams to soar. Interviews with legends, sharing their wisdom and flair. Young stars, listen close, they can feel the air. From the locker room chats to the victory laps, every story's real, empowering with facts.
Think big, train big, trade big, we breaking through. Elevating skills, building champions is what we do. Our passion meets potential, kids reaching new heights, unlocking their full.
Sponsored by the following.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported.
Potential shining like city lights. Shining like city lights. Shining like city lights.
See the fire in their eyes, the vision of the top, can't stop, won't stop, we push through every drop.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in for this week's edition of International Sports Network. We got a nice little show for you. In a few minutes, we'll introduce our first guest, but I wanted to thank everybody this past weekend. We had the 6th annual Next Gen 14U All-Star Game in Brownsville at the Brownsville Sports Park. And I want to give a shout out to the kids, all of them, both sides, East and West. They did a heck of a job, great game. And this year, the West team wound up taking it 16-0. And the kids did a heck of a job out there. Proud of all of them. I was very fortunate enough to coach the West team. And believe me, they had to put up with me for weeks. And I was real proud of the boys. They did a heck of a job. And looking forward to the next one. Get some more kids out there from the West and see how they can do for the 2027 version. So we'll be out there, putting out that soon, checking out these kids that are coming up, 8th graders, and see how they perform during the fall. But we're excited about it. And again, thank you. Want to say thank you to Coach Mark Lopez that's put on Next Gen for the last 6 years. Did a heck of a job. We appreciate everything you've done for these boys and looking forward to the next version. With that being said, I want to also touch base on a couple of things that we're going to be having on, or a couple of people we'll have on tonight. First Coast is going to be a legendary young man or gentleman that we have here from the Rio Grande Valley, Arlington, Texas. The Leo, the foot out of Goose. Says Leo played 7 years in the NFL and did a heck of a job as a punter. I believe he played for the Raiders, the Lions, and the Seahawks. So we'll have him on here in a little bit. We're also going to have on Nikki Ruiz. Nikki is a Mexican flag footballer. She's out of Tampico, Tamaulipas. She plays college flag football at Monterey Tech. And she just came back from having a tryout with the women's national flag football team out of Mexico City. So we're excited about talking to her and her journey and how everything worked out for her this past weekend. Then after that, we're going to have Coach Melinda Young. Coach Melinda is the new head flag football coach for the University of Texas Arlington. So we'll be able to dive into that and talk to her about the future of flag football at UTA and what she's looking for in student athletes. So it should be an exciting show, and we'll see you back here in a few minutes. Thank you.
See the fire in their eyes, the vision of the top, can't stop, won't stop. We push through every drop, succeeding together. It's more than a game. Every step, every goal, always aim for
Sponsored by the following.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR.
Sponsored by the following.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR Insurance, don't stress it, Cristela protects it. Bar 37, the only place to watch your favorite sports.
Tu pasión y sabor.
The house for ISN live shows. Think big, train big, play big.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back, guys. We appreciate you joining us tonight. We have a special guest here with us at VAD 37. Beautiful place. I'll tell you what, it's a perfect place to watch an NFL Super Bowl, isn't it, Leo? What do you think?
Definitely, this is definitely a really nice place. You know, really thinking back on how beautiful this place looks in here, and all the TVs and the atmosphere that it has here is definitely a sports atmosphere. So whichever sport it is that you do follow, you know,
Yep.
this would be a great place to come out
It
and
is.
have a little get together.
It's a nice place. I mean, when they first brought it up, I was excited about it being so close to the house. Don't gotta have to go too far, but it is a great place, and we're looking forward to watching the Super Bowl here. Hey,
Definitely.
everybody, just brought Leo on. Mr. Leo Goose is originally from Harlingen, Texas. This young man played collegiate football at Stephen F. Austin University,
Yes, sir.
and he had the very special opportunity to play at the highest level. He was a punter for the Oakland Raiders, for Detroit Lions, for Minnesota
Yes,
Vikings,
sir.
and the Seattle Seahawks.
Correct.
Ooh, I got that right. I'm going to give myself a rubber tortilla. Hey, I'm gonna want to touch base with Leo. Definitely want to hear his. I'm gonna send it over to him. Give us his history, how he got through high school, college, and then how he got his opportunity in the NFL. You're gonna enjoy this story, Leo.
Well,
Well, definitely,
definitely,
I'd
I'd
like
like to
to give you thanks for having me. It's definitely an honor, and if anything, it's a very humbling to be part of this little podcast that we got going on. So the fact that you're bringing me on, definitely, I want to come by and say hello, if anything. But just the fact that you're having me on, I want to give the opportunity to share my story and tell people that no matter where you're from, especially being Hispanic, being a little Mexicano from the valley, that you can really go out there and chase your dreams and make those dreams a reality. But yeah, I'm originally from Harlingen. Well, I was born in Far, but went to Harlingen High, graduated as a Cardinal in '89. I was blessed to receive a scholarship to go play at Stephen of Austin and a 4-year scholarship to be a punter there. I started as a freshman, so my freshman year we won conference. We went to the national championship game and lost it. And that's a Division One AA school back in the day. Now, of course, Stephen of Boston is in the Southland Conference, plays UTRGB and all that. So this year we'll be able to get to see the Stephen of Boston Lumberjacks come to the Valley and see what happens. And so, but just the opportunities that I've had, it's always about chasing that dream. Um, and then the opportunity that I had to go play in the NFL was pretty much luck. Um, I trained and I always wanted to be the best at what I did. And so when I got the opportunity to go to my first NFL workout, it was for the Dallas Cowboys. And that workout was set up by my agent as a favor to my agent. My agent wanted to know what I had, what I could do. And so he asked the special teams coach for the rate for the I'm sorry for the Cowboys at the time was Joe Provenzano, and his kicking coordinator was Steve Hoffman. So when I went up there to go showcase myself to the Cowboys, they had just won one of the Super Bowls, So what better team to have the opportunity to go out and try out? And when I felt that I had performed in front of them one of my best workouts, I thought I was going to be a Cowboy. And so when people ask me, do I like the Cowboys? I honestly tell you, I dislike the Cowboys with a passion. But I tell you, I tell you what, for that one reason is because after my workout for the Cowboys, they told me that I would never make it in the NFL. So they literally just told me, "Kid, don't lose your day job."
Wow.
And that
Wow.
came from a coach by the name of Steve Hoffman. And he
Right.
said, "Don't lose your day job because this is probably not for you."
Wow.
So because of him was the reason why I chased the dream at the next level, and I wanted to just chase a dream to prove somebody wrong.
Right.
So the fact that it took me 3 years to get back into the NFL, I literally signed 19 different NFL contracts. So for me to be going and chasing the dream because someone told me that I would never make it is why I dislike the Cowboys so much.
Well, basically,
But
you never gave up.
but because of that passion, I think that if you would have never have told me that, I would have never chased the dream that
Right.
hard. So it's a love hate relationship with the Cowboys.
Right.
I dislike them because of what they told me and the hard work and the path that I had to take to make the NFL, go to the NFL Europe, I played in Germany. I was all world as a punter up there, came back, and they still wouldn't bring me in. And finally, the Raiders gave me the opportunity, and I was a substitute teacher in Arlington, substitute teaching at Copeland Middle School when I got the phone call from the Raiders. And even then, after my workout with the Raiders, I had the worst workout ever. Al Davis comes in and tells me I'm the best punter he's seen. So then he said, but you don't have any NFL experience, so we're going with the next best thing, which was a guy by the name of Rich Camarillo. He punted 15 years in the NFL. He was the Arizona Cardinals. And so I get it, So I moved back home and I told myself, I chased this dream long enough. It's I can't have the best workout ever and not get signed. Have the worst workout ever and tell me that I'm the best.
Right.
So I just pretty much decided to go ahead and retire. I was done. Never played, and I said, you know what? It's time to concentrate on my education and go back to teaching. I was going to be a coach, and things happen for a reason.
Right.
3 days later, I get a phone call from the Raiders again and tell me that Rich Camarillo tore his groin. And I went from being a substitute teacher on Friday afternoon to being a NFL starter in Monday Night Football against Kansas City Chiefs in Oakland.
Right.
So overnight, my dream was pretty much become a reality after I chased it so long and so hard. But because of that reason, I kept chasing it because someone told me that I would never make it.
Right.
And being from the valley, being Mexicano, being Hispanic, you lit a fire in my butt. And I think that sometimes the best uh, feeling in the world is to prove people right, but the greatest ever is to prove people wrong.
Oh, of course.
So
I think we've all been there once, here and there, and different situations. Now, what I want to go back to is I want you to tell the story
uh-oh.
of how you got back with the Raiders. Was it in a phone call?
Yeah, it was definitely a phone call because it was this is the time before cell phones.
Right.
So I was substitute teaching in it was eighth grade math for teacher was out, and so I was substitute teaching, and I get a classroom, and it's a principal. So he tells me, "Hey, Leo, there's a phone call for you, and can you take it in my office?" And I thought someone had passed away. I was like,
Right.
man, for the principal to come and tell me to go take a phone call in his office, it was just kind of like, well, what the heck's going on? So when I went there to get his phone call. I answered it and I asked, hey, what's going on? And he said, hey, Leo, this is Rusty Tillman from the Oakland Raiders, and it sounded just like my roommate, my college roommate. So I told him, I said, "Huh, this is not funny, bro. I'm at work," and I hung up on him. So I went back to the classroom. 5 minutes later, the principal's back in my room, and tells me that it's a phone call again and for me to take it to his office. So I go back over there. And sure enough, it's Rusty Tillman again saying, Leo Air Goose, because I'm in the valley, I'm not a goose.
Right.
When I leave the valley, it's Air Goose.
Very goose.
So, Mr. Air Goose, again, do not hang up on us. This is Rusty Tillman. We're bringing you in for a workout.
Right.
And I said, well, uh, so right when he said that, we'll bring you in for a workout, I was like, oh my God, what did I just do? But I went back
That's
to the
funny.
classroom and I told the kids, hey, I'm out of here. I see y'all later. These are eighth graders.
Kind of like the movie Hangover, huh?
Pretty much. So I walk back in the room. There was like about an hour, left in the day, and that was on a Tuesday. So I told the kids, "Hey, I see y'all later. Take it easy. I'm out of here." And I left, and I went to my workout. Didn't make it, so I flew back. Went back to teaching Thursday, and sure enough, when I walked back into the classroom, the eighth graders were all on my butt saying, "Yeah, sir, you suck, and you do this, and you're terrible. That's why you can't play." And I couldn't say anything because the kids were right.
Right.
I had just gone and had the worst workout ever. I've been chasing this dream for 3 years, and the kids were right. I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's time for me to just pack it and go.
Right.
And I 2 days later, I get the call back, and I don't say a word to the kids. And so the principal tells me that, hey, it was funny because when they came back on Monday, they didn't see you, and the kids were asking, where's Mr. Aragus? And all I could tell them was, hey, why don't y'all watch Monday Night Football tonight? And so that was
That's
a little
awesome.
bit of a shot in the arm for the principal to back me up like that. And
Right.
so it was nice to see those
That's cool.
kids. Finally I was able to prove them right, prove
Right.
them wrong,
Right.
but at the same time, it was all trying to chase that dream.
Yeah. No. I mean, you had the ultimate that all of us wished that had that level of aspirations that happened to you, and you were one of the ones that made it happen. Very fortunate. Not a lot of us. There's a lot. We do have quite a few from the valley that have played at that level, and those kind of stories are unique and special because it just shows your perseverance, your determination, your mindset to do something that you wanted to do and made it happen. So definitely appreciate you. I know, being a former athlete myself, and I know what you're going through. Played at Division 1 level, so the work that you put into it, I commend you for that. You did a heck of a job, and were able to play at the highest level, man.
I was definitely blessed. It's a blessing, and sometimes you got to make the best of it. When it gets cloudy and rainy, those are the days that you have to dig dig deep and crawl out of it. And so you can't teach that.
No, it's well,
And I was blessed that because the Cowboys told me that I'll never make it in the NFL is the reason
yeah.
why I chased it.
Oh, definitely. That builds that fire in your belly,
Yep.
and you're not. That's not going to go out until you give it everything that you got. So it's a long haul. Not a lot of guys are able to do that. Hell, there's only what 1,600, 1,700, I think it is, that get to play every year in the NFL. You were
Yep.
one of those at one time.
Yep.
So not a lot of guys, especially from the valley, can say that. Now, what I
Definitely.
want to get back to you have a young lady, your daughter,
Yes.
that's
Nia.
up and coming. Now, is she a chip off the old block?
Well, I'll tell you what. When she was little, I remember her always wanting to put my helmet on because I had my helmets from the NFL, and so I played a couple of years for the Arena League here in the Valley,
Right.
and so I had some pads and the helmet and my jerseys and all that there in the house. And when I do, a lot of guest speaking around the Valley, different schools, different functions,
Right.
I tend to carry my helmets in my bag and my jerseys in my bag. And for some reason, one day she walks in with literally, the whole uniform. She's got it on, big old helmet, the shoulder pads, the jersey on, and all that. So I thought, oh, that's cute, right? And she was like maybe 4 or 5 years old. But
Right.
when she had the opportunity to go to middle school as a seventh grader, when they can finally play and be involved in sports, she walked in with a helmet in her hand, and I was like, "What's going on?" And she says, "Dad, I'm gonna play." I said, "You gonna play football for the boys? For the boys?" She's like, "Yes." And I just said, "Are you serious?" She says, "Yes." I said, "Well, okay." And what can you do as a dad? As a
Right.
father, you want to support your kid, and so when I saw that, I realized that, hey, the Valley doesn't really work on special teams,
Right.
even in high school. You
Yeah.
know, at the high school level, no one works in special teams. They don't work at special teams. It's a big part of the game, and that's the fastest and easiest way to lose or win a game.
Of course. Yeah. Definitely.
It's in one play you can change the momentum. So my thing as a father, all I can do is support her and say, yes, baby, if you want to do this, awesome. But I didn't want to waste her time, waste the coach's time, and for her to be sitting in the sidelines doing nothing. I went and talked to her coach, and I said, "Hey, my daughter was trying, wants to come out and play, and she wants to be the kicker." And she's like, and I asked the coach, I said, "Are you seriously kicking, or are you just going to do it because she's a girl, and you probably want to, you want to put her on a game on a team?" Just to say that they're inclusive and all that stuff.
Right.
I said, "Because I don't want her to waste your time or waste my time, your time,
Right.
anyways." And the coach says, "No, we've seen her kick. She's going to be kicking." And in middle school, they try to push the whole special teams side of the game that they give you 2 points for an extra point.
Right.
So if you kick an extra point, it's 2 points rather than one.
Yeah.
So this team, sure enough, they worked on their snapper, worked on their holder, and Nia was kicking. And she kicked for seventh grade and eighth grade team, eight teams, and she did amazing for never really coaching her.
Right.
It was just all natural.
All
Soft
natural.
player, could kick a ball. I think she watched me long enough, and I guess those kids really are listening.
Right.
When you don't think they're listening, they're really listening. And so she picked up a lot of little pointers, so it was kind of easy to work with her. It was more the job of trying to get the holder to hold the ball right,
Right.
the snapper to get the ball back there.
Sure.
So other than that, once you got those three concepts of the kick, the snap, the hold, and the kick all together, it becomes easy. So she enjoyed it. So he's now a freshman in high school there for the Hawks, the Harlingen Hawks, and she just decided to do soccer and golf, and she's doing also football. So
Well, no,
that's what
I
she's
know.
doing.
I've seen her. She's a heck of an athlete, and I definitely know she's excited about the up and coming flag football.
Yes.
Because I can guarantee you she's going to be somewhere in 4 years.
Yeah, well, the fact that the sport, the flag football, in the female side is really taking off, and I'm surprised that the UIL hasn't adopted it already sooner than later because it's a sport that every little girl wants to play,
Yeah.
but you can't really get the football aspect of it because of the hitting and the pads and the helmets and all that stuff. I get it, right? But the flag football is perfect,
Right.
for the girls to play. And when you see it now, and as an Olympic sport, you got other countries like Mexico. They love their flag football,
That's for sure.
and just the fact that my little daughter enjoys it. She can throw a ball, she can catch a ball, so she loves the fact that she's out there playing with a football,
Right.
and she'll try to join a couple of leagues here in the valley that are playing the tournaments that they're playing. She was able to play in the next gen uh, flag football tournament or not tournament but game that they
All
had.
Star game this past weekend.
She played for the East team last
Right.
year, and since we had changes of dates this year due to the weather, she wasn't able to play this year. But she was part of the team, and her scheduling wasn't able to allow it because she also plays varsity soccer,
Right.
and those games are Tuesdays and Fridays.
Right.
And the next gen game this year was
Was on Friday night.
so it was hard for her to make it, but yeah, the fact that she's excited and she's ready to play that sport and hopefully it takes off.
Right.
And as I see it growing, I think she would really enjoy it because schools
Yeah.
are paying for
Oh,
scholarships now.
of course. They're. I mean, they're getting more and more of the universities are coming out that they're hiring their new flag football coaches. They're offering the scholarships just like they do in the tackle football and the other sports for everybody else. So it's definitely going to be huge. We thought it already been approved in Texas. We thought maybe this year it would be done that. So we're hoping 2027 is going to be the year. But it's coming. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's coming. I mean, Texas is too big when it comes to football not to have it sanctioned for the girls in UIL. So definitely it's coming. And we've got some great athletes. I can attest. Nia, excuse me, is going to be something else when she breaks out, man. And we can't wait to. I can't wait to watch her. because I still want that autograph. I asked her about it. She hasn't
Yes.
given it to me yet. But I want to ask you one more thing before I let you go. Anything that you want to say to the youngsters out there, the future RGB athletes, anything that you want to share with them about taking advantage of their opportunity, their work ethic, what they need to be able to be successful on that next level.
Well, definitely. I mean, one thing for sure, me growing up in the valley, um, knowing how our generation of kids have changed through social media.
Yeah,
I think social media is great to get you out there, but at the same time we get caught up in it. So I think our kids need to understand that nothing comes easy.
yeah,
That we're in a generation of instant gratification. It's about the me generation. What's in it for me? Um, but at the end of the day, it's what you put into it is what you get out of it. So do not think that they're gonna be handouts out there. Your athletic ability is only going to take you so far. After that, it's all the work that they can do and then put in at the gym, on the
exactly.
field when no one's watching. So
Yep,
you want them to understand. I would love for them to understand that it's all about the work ethic that will get you out there. And it's all about time. It's God's time.
yeah,
Trust me. We do not control it. We
yeah,
want to think that we do, but we don't. God knows when He'll put you in places,
yeah.
but at the same time, if that's going to happen, you have to be prepared. And
Right.
the only way you'll be prepared is by training hard, the sweat, the tears that nobody will ever see. That all will pay off.
Yeah.
So if you want to chase a dream at whatever sport or whatever it is that you do want to do in life, do it as hard as you can and as best as you can because that's
Yeah.
going to pay off.
No, no, definitely. I mean, like what you just said, the mindset, your work ethic has a lot to do with it. It's when I was done and I had my opportunities. The same thing. It's just you put so much into it to give that one chance. And I remember when I was playing some minor league football up in St. Louis, and I had gone to Oiler tryout. I had talked to them, didn't pan out. Up there playing a couple of years of minor league with the St. Louis Gamblers back in the day, and Coach Flores was the head coach Seattle Seahawks, and so my head coach, Coach Richard Flores, my pop talked to him. He said, "Hey, I got a young man that played for me. He's going to be going up there. They got a game, a minor league game up in Seattle, and maybe give him a check him out." So he said, "Hey, yeah," and I'll send one of my assistants to the game and see what he can do. So there we go. I'm getting ready that day, heading to the airport, St. Louis airport, heading out to Seattle, and my water pumps in my car busted on the way over there. So I'm like, and it's the years before the cell phone. So I'm trying to find a payphone. By the time I did that, the plane was gone. I looked at it as an omen, man. Right? You look at 5 years of going back and forth, and that falls like that. There's a reason for it. But I was satisfied with that. And just put it back in everything else. Get another direction. Then in coaching, just talking about the next gen. We just did that this weekend. Past weekend, we did. Very fortunate to work with some great kids. Uh, the West for the first time in 6 years pulled it out. So we wound up winning 16-0. So we're excited, and I'm looking to for the next one. So hopefully Neil can participate in the future. But man, I want to thank you for being on the show and sharing your story. Oh, one more thing before we go. You do have a record in the NFL books, don't you?
I
Your
do.
name is etched
I will
in the
never
books.
be taken out of the NFL's books because both of my records would last forever. And
Yeah, that
those
was.
records are something that as an individual is great, but for a team is not. So I'll take it as much as I can for what it's worth. 16 punts in one game.
Damn, boy.
We did win the game 7-0, 7-6,
7-6.
7-6 against the San Diego Chargers, and I had 16 punts in one game, and I had 700 and I think 709 or 704 total yards of punting. So those two records will be in the record books for a
And so,
pretty long time.
so after those 16 punts, that's why they call you the foot.
The foot, it's a little flying whistle. because I used to make
make
a
a
bunch
bunch
of
of
tackles.
tackles.
There you
You
go.
know,
And those are not
not
tackles
tackles
like
like
tacos.
Tackles, tackles.
Tackles,
tackles,
and
and
that's
There you
that's
when
when
you
you
go.
were able to
keep
leave
your
your
helmet
helmet back in the day
Exactly.
when you were able
to
to
hit.
hit.
So
So
I am part of the CT program right
right
now.
now doing
Well,
Doing
no
our
wonder.
nine
questions.
concussions.
Wow, that all?
You know,
Man.
nothing to brag about, but
It's
it's
something
something
that
Hey,
I can
well,
say.
you
consider.
have excuse.
Well,
That way, if you wind up with Tourette's, you know why.
I,
I,
I thought that
that
was
was
just
just normal.
well.
Brother,
Thank
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate to have you on, man.
Thank you
you
for
for having
We'll
having
have
me.
me.
it. We'll have you another time.
Blessings.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, we're gonna cut real quick. We'll come back with Mexican flag football legend Nikki Reese. We'll be back in a little bit. Thank you.
Sponsored by the following.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR Insurance, don't stress it, Cristela protects it. Bar 37, the only place to watch your favorite sports.
Tu pasión y sabor.
The house for ISN live shows. Think big, train big, play big.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Excited about coming back. I want to thank Leo again. Leo's a special guy. He's always there, always willing to talk to the kids, let them know his story and all the work that you got to put in when you want to play at that next level. So, hey, we're gonna jump to flag football. We're going to talk to a young lady. I've known her for quite a while. She played tackle football for me when we were in Mexico in Tampico, Tamaulipas. In fact, we had three girls on our tackle football team. And it was really exciting coaching them. I spent about 5 years or so straight in Tampico coaching different levels of football from youth to professional arena, and it was the greatest opportunity that I've had, and I really enjoyed it. And I've been back and forth, going back and forth to Tampico and Monterrey and to other different cities doing the same thing. But I want to bring Nikki on. I believe she's on. Nikki, you there? Let me see. There she is. Hey, Mama, how you
Hey,
doing?
coach. I'm
Good to
good.
see
And
you.
you? Me too.
Good, good. Hey,
It had been
thank
a
you.
while.
No, I know it's been a long time. Thank you for joining us. So I'm so excited to have you
I'm
on
excited
here.
for being here. Thank you for the
No,
invitation.
no. Well, I appreciate you accepting it and coming on. And I want you to tell them a little bit about how you got into football, because I mean, you played for me when we were in Tampico. Played tackle football.
Yeah.
And hey, Nikki could play. She had, I believe, if I remember, when we came to Roma and play, you had a 25-yard touchdown catch, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I remember that the
Yeah,
boys, yeah, the boys was like, "Oh, let her. She's not going to do the touchdown."
exactly. And you put
Yeah.
them all you made them all look bad. You and Adriana and Mia made them all look bad. That we had three girls on that team, and you made all the boys look sick.
Yeah, I
Uh,
know. Couple
you got
years.
oh yeah, it's been so long. You were what? You guys were what? 12 years old back then?
Yeah, like 12,
Yeah,
13, I guess.
yeah. So you're what? How old you are right now? 21,
20,
22?
22.
22. So yeah, it's been
Yeah.
about yeah. You guys were about 12 years old around that time. So, but yeah, I had an awesome time working with you guys and coaching you guys. And I'm glad you came aboard. I want you to tell us a little bit about your history. Of course, we just went over your tackle football days, but how did you start getting involved? I guess as you got older, you got away from tackle and started playing flag. How did you start doing that? Who did you start working with, coaching, or who coached you and coached you up in flag football there in Tampico?
Well, I started because my big brother, yeah, I have a big brother. I used to be in gymnastics, like when I was 3 years old to 8. Yeah, like
Right.
all my, yeah, when I was little, it was like, well, gymnastics. And then my brother took me to a practice with him, and I
Right.
was like, okay, it was cool. Then he had a girlfriend, and his girlfriend, he was like, why do you play flag football? And well, I was in gymnastics. I was a little girl, so I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And yeah, then she took me to a practice. Like, we're going to a practice. If you don't like it, you can stay in gymnastics. But if you want, you can join to a team. And I was
Right.
like, okay, deal, deal. So yeah, I like it. And I was like, what I'm gonna do right now, because my mom is like, no, why you want to go to practice flag football, and you, like, y'all all your entire life you be in gymnastics, like it don't have no sense. And yeah, and I was like, okay, let me do it. And then she told me, you got to take a decision, or this or that. You can do both things. And well, I stayed in flag football and I liked it. But in that time, obviously, it didn't exist like the unders, under 12, under 15, 18. It was only open categories. So it was a
Right.
little girl. I was a little girl playing with, I don't know, girls with 16 years old. And well, then when I was 10 years old, I guess, Coach Memo, he was like, "You don't want to play tackle football?" And I was obviously no, I didn't want to first. But then he was like, "Play, play, 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 play all the time." All the time when I saw him, he was like, "Play, play, play, play." And then, well, I played. He took Ninix too, and
Right.
Mafe, the three
Right.
girls, three
Right.
girls together all the time in all the games when the tackle football. And
Right.
then we went to Roma. We went
Yeah.
to Roma, Texas. And I remember it it had been a time, but I still remember like it was yesterday, like
Right.
I can't believe it has a lot of years of that, but it's cool. Like all the
Right.
trajectory I had, and then I came back to the flag football because my mom, well, obviously, I was growing up and, well, the hits is going to be so much dangerous. And, well, my mom said,
Right.
like, no, you're going to the flag football if you want to stay playing this sport. And,
Right.
well, yeah, I took back to the flag football. And then a coach, well, years ago, then a coach down here in Monterey, he saw me in a tournament, and then he asked me if I want to play or I want to join to Tigres down here in La Autónoma de Nuevo León.
Uh-huh.
And well, that was like my first um I don't know how to say it, but it was like something different, like really new for me, because it was like I knew that I was gonna, I don't know, like be in another city alone, my first time living alone, doing everything
Right.
by my own. And
Right.
well, first I was like scared, but then I was like, okay, I know that I can, because my mom showed me that all the time that I can. I always can. Everything is mental. So yeah, my mom was like, if that's your decision, okay, you can go. But if it's not, I'm gonna support you. And well, now I'm living down here in Monterey, and well, I don't know how to explain this. It's crazy, like all the way through of my life, well, my sporting life, because um, well, it's like I'm growing up. I know I'm growing up, but not like my life, my sports life. I played
Right.
LFA, the professional flag football down here in Mexico,
Uh,
and
I saw your games. I watched your games. Yes.
yeah, thank you. And recently, a week ago, I went to my first pre-selection, well, my pre-national selection down here in Mexico. And well, I don't know. My mind still blew up. They took you to a limit, like a mental and physical limit is another stage of the biggest stage of flag football. Is really hard. Well, not hard, but it's like they they're like putting you on your limits. And well, I mean, like in resistance, strength and everything, skills. But well, and resistance is like, I was running, like they put you run 100, and I don't know, a lot of things, run and run. But there's a point that your mind is like, you can't do it, and I just close my eyes and well, remember, oh, ooh, I think I'm alone. Do you hear me? Oh, hello. Mm.
Hold on, Mama.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hold on. Can you
uh,
hear me?
yeah, I hear you.
You can hear me? I can't hear her. Hold on, okay? Hold on a
Yeah,
minute.
it's okay. Okay.
We're having a little technical difficulty here. Just give me a
Yeah.
minute. We'll get you back on, okay?
Okay, no worries.
There you go.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, now, yeah, we got you. Sorry
Okay.
about that, Mom. We had a little bit of
No,
a
don't worry.
technical
It's okay. It's
difficulty.
okay.
So, yeah, I wanted to ask you, so how did you get invited to
To the
to
tryout,
the
to the
national team tryouts?
In a tournament, in a national tournament, I went to a national tournament that is called El Federado,
Uh-huh.
and where there's a lot of visors, and they select multiple players, and they had a list of the players, and then they called you like through your team, and well, you're in the list, and then they public the list in social media and Instagram, and that's the inviting. That's how they invite you.
We lost her again. Hold on, Mama.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yes.
It's good. Yeah, we lost your audio. Hold on.
Okay.
There you go. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, yeah, all right. I got you.
Okay.
So I was very excited when I saw the news, and I'm gonna say your nickname when you were little.
Okay.
Don't get mad.
No.
I
I
Okay,
said
said
I'm
my
good.
I said
my
my
tutti
tutti
made the
made the
tryouts. That was
tryouts. That was
awesome. I
awesome.
was
I
so
was so
proud and
proud
so
and so
excited.
excited to see you out there. And I know it was a lot of work. Were any of the girls, the world champion flag football team girls, were they out there? The women?
Uh, excuse me?
Any of the girls from the world championship team from the Mexican
Yes.
national
Uh-huh.
team, were they out there with you?
Yes.
So
Yes, I was like nervous. Like
were you?
I yeah, I was nervous because I couldn't believe that I was there with the girls with the national team.
Right.
And well, I used to talk with my mom that I want to be in a national team. The first which called me, I'm going to be there, but I'm really excited. Even I want to try in the US national team one day. Like I want to be prepared, like seriously prepared, because in this pre-selection I never thought that I was going to be in the list. Honestly, because I took it like a relax, like I'm just going to play and that's it.
Right.
But there's a lot of girls that they actually prepare like all the year for that tournament, for being in
Right.
the pre-selection. I didn't did that, honestly. But now, being there, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm with another chip. Like, I'm gonna prepare myself all the year. I'm gonna go again to that tournament, and I want to stay. I want to stay in the selection in the national team.
Oh no, definitely. I know you have the talent. I know there's a lot of girls out there too, but
Yes.
you just got to keep pushing.
I,
Keep practicing, keep training, and all you can do is do the best you can. And I'm sure that one of those times that they're going to bring you on. You have the talent. I know you do, and I wish you the best.
Thank you.
I do, and I want you to say hi to your family for me. It's been such a long time. I'm gonna have to go to Tampico again. I miss all you guys, and I want to thank you again for being on the show. And we will have you on again. We'll keep in touch. Okay.
Yes,
All
definitely.
right. I, I appreciate you. Te quiero.
Yo también te
And
quiero.
say hi. Say hi to everybody. Okay.
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
say them. Thank you
All right.
so
Thank you,
much for
Mama.
this invitation. Thank you so
Oh no,
much.
thank you for being on the show. And again, like I said, I want to follow you. We're gonna keep following you, and we're gonna have you on again. Okay.
Okay,
All
okay.
right. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank
Te quiero.
you.
Bye
Yo
bye.
también. Bye.
Bye bye.
Sponsored by the following.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR Insurance, don't stress it, Cristela protects it. VAR 37, the only place to watch your favorite sports.
Tu pasión y sabor.
The house for ISN live shows. Think big, train big, play big.
Excited about having Nikki on the show. I haven't seen her in a while in person. So I'm really proud of her, and I really, really wish her the best on the future and possibly making the women's national team in Mexico. Um, and now we got the Beast with us. The Beast, are you there,
What's up,
Olaf?
Coach?
Hey, how you
Yeah,
doing? Everything
in the
good?
middle of something. Yeah, everything's good, Coach.
Well, no. Well, I'm glad you were able to make this. Now, we have another very special guest.
Oh shit.
This young lady, she's the new head flag football coach for the University of Texas Arlington. And so, what I do, I want to bring her on. Her name is Coach Melinda Nguyen. Coach, hey, how you doing? Can we hear you? No,
Hear
we
her.
can't. Yeah, we don't. We can't hear you right now. Huh? Yeah, your mic's not connected. Okay, she don't worry. We'll let Coach get that taken care of. But again, like I said, we got Coach coming on here. She's going to join us. She's the brand new head coach for the University of Texas Arlington. I believe she was at Kansas Wesleyan before this. So we're excited about having her in Texas. And as soon as we get that straightened out, we'll have her on speaking about her new role and what's to come for the new University of Texas Arlington Mavericks lady flag football team. Log in. Okay. Yeah, I know. Coach, if you can hear me, go ahead and log out and log back in.
I can hear you, Coach.
Can you log out and log back in, Coach?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
thank you. We'll get her back in. Olaf. Hi, Olaf. It's okay. Slow children at play.
Yeah, it's your place to be, where every dream's alive, from the court to the field, elevating those who strive. Yeah, 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 yeah. Light shining bright, we kicking off the scene. International Sports Network, you know what I mean. Interviews dropping gems like it's gold from the flow. Inspiration's contagious, let that motivation grow. Young stars rising, here they hustle in the air. Playing hard, training harder, cause they know it's rare. Every segment's packed with skills, passion and pride. A paddle of young athletes, we on this ride.
potential shining like city lights. Think big, train big, play big, we breaking through. Elevating skills, building champions, is what we do. Where passion meets potential, kids reaching new heights, unlocking their full potential, shining like city lights.
Challenges on the grind, but we back on our feet. Each kid's a champion, feel that heartbeat.
Coach, can you hear me?
Bring the heat to the floor with sweat and a smile, helping dreams to soar.
You got your mic off. Can you turn your mic on?
Young stars listen close, they can feel the air. From the locker room chats to the victory laps. Every story's real, empowering with facts.
Think big, train big, trade big, we breaking through.
It's not coming on.
Skills, building champions, is what we do. Where passion meets potential, kids reaching new heights, unlocking their full potential, shining like city lights.
Is there any way that we can get her on? How about logging in, logging out again? No. It's your mic, Coach. You need to fix your mic on there because we see you, but we can't hear you.
Think big, train big, play big, rise and shine. Empower young athletes, one goal at a time. Where passion meets potential.
You want to try one more time? Log out and log back in. Try that one more time. Yeah, we'll get it, guys. If we don't, then I'll give you some information about Coach and what we're planning to do. But I know she's excited about being in Texas and start recruiting our Texas girls for their flag football team at UTA. Division I school, Division I level. So we're excited about having Coach in Texas and this new role and helping her out, and seeing if we can find her some Texas girls to play with the Mavericks of UTA. See if we can get her back on here.
Yeah, it's your place to be. Where every dream's alive.
Got it?
From the court to the
Okay.
field.
Can you hear me, Coach?
Yes. Can you hear me?
There you go. Yes, ma'am. We got you.
Yeah.
That's all right. Hey, that's all right. You should have saw us when we first started doing this. So how you doing, Coach? Nice meeting you face to face
Same.
uh,
Happy to be here.
for a video. Well, we're excited about having you in Texas. Can you give us a little bit of your history? The places you've coached, how you started. As an athlete, other places that you've coached, and what brought you to Texas.
Yeah, absolutely. So I started playing flag football when I was 7 or 8 years old. It was me with all the boys, and then I just never really stopped. In high school, unfortunately, we didn't have flag football, so I didn't really play in high school. And back then, NFL flag, you age out at age 14. But luckily,
Right.
I found a club team at University of Maryland, and my older brother went there and introduced me to the women's team. And because I had so much experience playing quarterback, they asked me to join the team. So I snuck onto the team as a 15-year-old, playing quarterback for a bunch of college girls. And then I ended up going to University of Maryland. And again, because I had so much experience, I ended up coaching. And that's when I really began taking coaching a little bit more seriously. Fast forward a few years later, I joined WFFN Team America. We traveled internationally representing the U.S., so that was my first taste of international flag football, which was very cool, a little bit different.
Right.
And then it kind of grew from there. Norman Carter is the CEO of WFFN, and he did a really great job of networking and introducing me to other opportunities. COVID happened, so we couldn't travel anymore. And then I found out that they had it in colleges, so applied to Kansas Wesleyan. Kansas Wesleyan was my first head coaching job at the collegiate level, and then recently moved down to University of Texas, Arlington. So it's been a really cool, long journey, but happy to be here.
That's great. Are you familiar with Texas, or is this your first ride in Texas?
Oh, no, I've visited Texas quite a few times. I had a lot of college friends that lived in Dallas, Houston, Austin, actually kind of, the three major cities. And then I've been down to Texas for recruiting quite a bit as well. Started about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And the camps here were very small, very hot,
Right.
in the middle of the summer. And then fast forward now, there was what was 30 girls back then is now 250. So
Wow.
it's really grown in
Yeah, well,
Texas and all over the U.S.
oh, most definitely. I mean, well, tackle football in Texas is a religion. So, I know our girls here in Texas have been waiting for this for a long time. So, we're excited about it for another opportunity for the girls to play at the next level and get their education taken care of. I wanted to ask you also, how have you been able to start recruiting yet? What are your plans here? What are you doing right now?
Yeah. So, we know that flag football will be in the LA 2028 Olympics, and it's grown internationally as well. In fact, I would argue that some places in other countries, flag football is even more developed than in the US.
Right,
So I think our roster is going to reflect that. We're going to recruit nationally, but also internationally. But of course, like we both know, there's already a huge pool of talent in Texas itself. And so, like I said, I've
right.
come down here for the past 4 or 5 years. Some of the best club teams have come from Texas, and that's no different. When I go to the camps and clinics, you can tell that it's a very developed culture here. It's people eat, live, and breathe football, and so the talent here is phenomenal.
Well, most definitely. What are you looking for as a coach in coaching this game? What are you looking for in your student athletes?
Of course,
What's
we're looking
what
for
sticks out for you most?
yeah, we're looking for athleticism. Um, First and foremost, how
Of
fast are
course,
they? How can they catch? Do they high point? But beyond that, I'm looking for good people who can really represent our program off the field. It's a really unique opportunity to be able to start a program from scratch, and that means
right,
starting the culture from scratch. And so we really need strong leaders, people who take initiative to start that culture and that legacy that we want to leave behind. We're looking for people who are absolute competitors. We want a championship level program. We want the athletes that aspire to go to that next level to compete here because iron sharpens iron. And people with Olympic aspirations, professional league aspirations, who just really want to compete. That's something that is hard to coach, is someone who has that heart and that grit. And so that's kind of what I'm looking for when I'm looking to recruit.
right. That mindset, that work ethic, you know,
Exactly.
um, is going to be huge. And I know our girls here in Texas, a lot of them, they're excited for these opportunities, and we're looking forward to it. I know we already thought it would be a UIL event, but you
Yeah.
know, hopefully in another year, 2027, that's what we've heard. So hopefully they get that done, and we'll have more and more girls being able to have that opportunity. Uh,
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
have another question for you. How many scholarships has the university allowed you? Or do you have scholarships yet available?
Yeah, so we do have scholarships available. So we do academic and athletic scholarships, and they do stack on top of each other. And so we're trying to build a roster, like I said, nationally and internationally. And so it really depends on where they're coming from, what the background is, and like I said, we can stack academic and athletic. So a big part of that recruiting piece, that I didn't mention earlier, is having a high GPA. It's really, really important because the higher your GPA, the harder you work in high school,
So
the better
hopefully they
off you
get
are
that done.
financially in college.
Of course. Have you been able to do any recruiting yet since you've been here?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we've had quite a few campus visits already. I've gone out to at least 3 or 4 recruiting trips representing UTA all over, from Hawaii to Houston. I mean, just
Wow.
yesterday I was in Houston, to Tampa, Florida. So we're hitting the ground hard, and recruiting really quickly. So we have a lot of people who are interested, and so we're trying to make sure that it's the right fit, not just good athletes. We want to make sure
Yeah.
that the chemistry is there.
Of course, the character is everything. I mean, I played Division 1 football at TCU, and we knew what they were looking for. I think it's the same thing
Yeah.
on the girls side of it. The character is going to be very important when you bring in and creating that chemistry, especially for your first team. Representing that university. They're going to have to be on their best behavior. That's for sure.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. So I know that we've talked, prior. And I think you were at Kansas Wesleyan, and we had already struck conversations about that. And I know there's something definitely that we'd like to work on. I think we've talked about it, and hopefully we'll get that done here in the near future. Just bringing you down to South Texas, so you can see what our girls have to offer. Um, and we definitely were working on that. And can you tell our girls, our local, the RGV, the 956, where do you? I know you mentioned some of it before, but I mean, deep into what do you want out of your girls? What are you expecting out of your athletes once they get to school there? If they do get the opportunity to play for you, what could they expect from you? And what are you looking basic? I mean, deep in from them.
Yeah. So I'm excited to explore the parts of Texas that I haven't yet. I know that Texas is huge, and I've
Yeah,
barely even got to explore the tip of the iceberg. So I'm excited to see what talent is here. I know that people eat, breathe, and live football, so it will be no surprise that there is a lot of talent. But once we get them onto campus and settled in, I think we're really going to hit the ground running. There's no time to sleep, really, to relax, because we're starting a program and starting it from scratch. So I'm going to need people who are eager and willing to learn, right? Being coachable is huge, but also not only on the field, but off the field. I mean, there's just a huge learning curve that happens with college, being independent for the first time, being away from family. There's a lot of other struggles that student athletes don't really talk about. We know that the conditioning will be hard. We know that the 5 a.m. wake up calls aren't going to be easy. But there's a whole nother layer of mental strength that is required to be a student athlete, especially at the D1 level. Right, you have to balance schoolwork and exams while also preparing for games and studying the playbook. And so we really need people who have that resilience, who can dig in their heels and just get ready to prepare at the highest level in all aspects, not just the X's and O's, but the emotional aspect, the missing home aspect, staying on top of your schoolwork aspect, and the physical as well. It definitely takes a toll, and so people who are really resilient and mentally prepared are the ones that seem to do the best. And of course, a really big part of that is time management. People who
yeah,
have really great time management, it's going to come down to whether you're successful or not, because now you have to plan for little things that maybe you hadn't thought about, like when am I going to do laundry, right?
exactly.
Or when am I going to eat? And so we, as the athletic department, try to take care of our athletes as much as possible. But also, you are adults now. And so this is preparation for the real world, where you might have to balance work, kids, home life, family, friends. And it starts here. And so our
Most
expectation for this first year, and I mean for years to come, is a very
right.
high expectation. Everything is going to be at the top caliber. Academics expected to be on point. If you're struggling, ask for help. Athletically, you're going to be at the peak of your physical conditioning and peak mental. We have a sports psych that's going to help us with the mental aspect of the game, but also, again, balancing that student athlete lifestyle. And you've been at the
Right.
D1 level, so you understand it. There's a
Most
lot
definitely.
more that goes into it than just the football, the X's and O's.
It's the mindset and the work ethic. Any level, is tough,
Yeah.
but that Division 1, because they expect so much more from you, and what you have to put out is draining, mentally and physically. I mean, they're taxing you and testing you all the time. So you have to be mentally and physically prepared to do that. I know, just when I was at TCU, if our punishment, I guess you could say, for lack of a better word, if you missed a class, if you were late to class, if you were late to a meeting, you ran they used to have us run 3 miles in the 30 minutes,
Whew.
and for whatever the severity was, they would add those days. So it could be 5 days you had to run 3 miles in the 30 minutes, and if you didn't make it that day, they added a day. So you either learn how to take care of business, or you got in shape really quick. you know
That's right.
so yeah, no, I mean, that's the biggest thing. And I do want to thank you for coming on. and I am excited because we're going to get back. We're going to talk some more about getting you down here. I've already talked to some people about it. They're excited, so we're going to make some plans for that. All we got to know is when you're available, and we'll get you down here and have a little camp clinic, for our girls here in South Texas.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Like I said, I know that there's talent. I just haven't had a chance to explore all the different corners of Texas yet. So I'm excited to see
Right.
what's out there. And of course, you told me really phenomenal things. So I'm excited to figure out those details.
No, we appreciate you, and I still owe you that information, which I already got. I talked to the guys for the deal in Dallas in February, so I'll get you that tomorrow,
Okay.
and we'll get that invite for you over there.
All right.
But again, we appreciate you coming on tonight. We definitely will have you again, and like I said, we'll work on this, all the things that we need to work to get you down here, so you can have a taste of South Texas. Not only our hospitality, our food, but the great girls that we have down here. We appreciate you very much. Thank you for coming on tonight.
Perfect. Yes. Thanks for having me. And we'll be in touch.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Thank you much. Take care, Coach. Have a good night.
Bye. You too.
Bye bye. Hey, want to.
Sponsored by the following.
Get your fix with ISN. Supported by MCR Insurance, don't stress it, Cristela protects it. VAR 37, the only place to watch your favorite sports.
Tu pasión y sabor.
The house for ISN live shows. Think big, train big, play big.